Hi, my name is Nicholas Nates, and today I want to bring to your attention something that I think that the entire fish keeping community should be well aware of, and that is something that I took very profoundly from renowned fish keeper of 70 years fish keeping has said, and that is that your aquarium is wild. What do I mean by that? I mean that your fish is wild. Your plants are wild. Your worms are wild. From the worms to the soil to the plants to the fish to the crustaceans to the worms to the soil to the sand, even up to the water. Everything is alive and everything is working together to stay in balance and get to that point of harmony. And so I have three main points that I want to share that has to do with keeping your tank natural so that you can have happy, healthier fish. And that is, first, the danger of using chemicals. Do not use chemicals at all. But we'll get more into that later. Next, we'll be talking about the benefits of substrates and live plants in your aquarium. And lastly, we're going to go on the microscopic scale and um, talk about the benefits of having bacteria and microorganisms in your tank. Firstly, I want to say that chemicals are a ploy by corporations and business and just the norm, and your tank does not need chemicals. It causes harm to fish and animals and your entire ecosystem. It causes an imbalance. And if you don't believe me, believe the Veterinarian Medical Association, which has stated that chemicals are bad, not just only to the levels of pH in your water, but also they cause stress to your animals, to your fish, and they cause long-term health issues. How? By imbalancing everything and by getting rid of beneficial bacteria. Bacteria that you need in your tank because the more diverse your micro ecosystem is, the more efficient it is in keeping away the bad bacteria, the bacteria that gets you sick, pathogens, diseases, parasites. Nobody wants that. And so what better way to combat that than by having a bunch of good bacteria? Next, I want to talk about how you don't need a filter. You don't need a filter in your tank. If you have a bunch of live plants and you have a substrate, they produce oxygen, get rid of the nitrates, and produce oxygen, and also reduce ammonia levels. If you have a natural tank, you don't need these chemicals. You save money actually, and your fish are all the better for it. Your fish, your whole ecosystem. Um, your substrate also offers hiding spots for your fish, and your animals in your tank want that. They're happier when they have that. Why? Well, think of it like this. Would you be happy in just a bare room with nothing in it? No. It's like a house without any rooms. And so that's why you need a substrate. That's why you need fish. It promotes a healthy ecosystem, which promotes balance. And lastly, we're gonna go even smaller, and that is on the microscopic scale. The role of living microorganisms, microfauna, and bacteria is essential for your tank. Super important to have a balanced ecosystem. And how do they do this? By breaking down ammonia, by breaking down waste, and producing nitrates, by turning that waste into something usable. It's the circle of life. And adding chemicals and not allowing these colonies of bacteria to establish, these beneficial bacteria to establish, you're disrupting that cycle, and nobody in the tank is going to be the best for it. And when your tank is in disarray, another trick that companies has unfortunately convinced everybody is that you need to get rid of your algae, and that's not true. When algae appears, it's because there's excess nutrients in your tank. So that means you're probably adding too much food to your tank, and so feed your tank less. Don't get rid of the algae. The algae is there to fix the problem. The algae is there to consume those extra nutrients. If you get rid of the algae, the nutrients stay there. And then it's just going to keep popping back up. You're just causing more problems. Why would why is this the norm if it just causes more problems? And it's because you end up paying you end up giving money to these companies, and they've created this whole system on making money off of something that frankly nature has already perfected. And so I want to end on maybe something that you should consider is that you'll be paying less for a natural, healthier tank. And this is not just a trend. This is a commitment so that your fish can be happier, they can live longer lives and more harmonious lives. And that's why you should have a natural tank. Thank you.